Hi, everyone. Good evening. Good night to you. We're so happy to have you here with us tonight. Yes, we said we were going live tonight. Today is June the 23rd, and we're going live at 7 p.m. for our Q&A, our question and answer segment with Kalisha Aaron. I am Vakisha G from Vakisha G Coaching, Christian Life Coach, and I'm also our host for tonight as we look to interview Kalisha. Is it more like an interview? Nah, it's a discussion. So, who do we have with us tonight? Just let us know where you're from. So, let us know where you're from in the comments. Feel free to interact with us. So, as I said before, I'm Vakisha G, and I have.
My name is Kalisha Aaron, and I am the Director of Programs at GC Squad, also the coordinator of the Listening Oasis Wellness Space, which is an arm of GC Squad, which is what we're going to talk all about tonight. And
Yes,
also, I am a senior wellness champion.
good. Awesome. Kalisha, thank you so much for this opportunity. As we just await more persons to come on, before we jump into it, tell me something. You are in Dominica, yeah?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. And we know COVID is happening all over. How is it there? What's the climate? What's the current state of things?
Well, you asked how is it there, Dominica? It's very warm. Very warm
Like,
right now. In relation to COVID cases, I'm not too sure, but I know we were at 0 cases. And honestly, I'm not too sure where we are right now, but our
yeah,
cases have just been like on the dong low, like dong low. We have been at 0 cases for a while. Then we get imported cases, sometimes two, three. One time it was at 8, and then we went back down to 0. So right about now, it's okay. Trust me, it's
yeah.
more than
It's definitely in a better place than Trinidad and Tobago at the
I
point in time.
know.
But we're getting there, right? We just want to encourage you at this time to be safe. Practice all your washing hands, all the safety procedures, your hand sanitizing, etc., and a mask up. Okay? So, Kalisha, hey, let's get into it. But first,
Yes.
give me some riddles. And you have something for them?
Yes, I
Have
do.
a
I
little
do.
icebreaker, huh?
So Vakisha, that's why I love having you here with me, because it's like I'm not speaking to myself. I'm speaking with you. So it makes it
Yes,
so much more engaging. I know I gave you a riddle earlier on, but I'm gonna give you another riddle, not that one.
yes.
Um,
Okay.
how can you make 6 into an odd number?
So the riddle, ladies and gentlemen, is how can you make 6 into an odd number? If you think you know the answers, post them in the comments before we give you the answer. So post what you think that answer is in the comments. What is it again, Kalisha?
How can you make 6 into an odd number?
I think I know the answer.
Let's see, Vakisha.
Ah. So how can you make 6 into an odd number? Come on, guys. Post your comments. Let's hear what's going on in your mind. What do you think the answer is? Kalisha, I
Yes.
think you just have to tell us. How?
Well, Vakisha, you said you have an idea. So tell me what's your idea. Tell me what you think.
So to make 6 into an odd number, I'm thinking you turn it upside down.
Close. Well, that can work. But actually, the answer is you remove the letter S and you have IX, which is 9 in Roman numerals.
What? My answer was so much easier though.
I know. I know. Okay, one more, Vakisha, one more.
Okay, one more. Let's go.
Um, How? No. I have branches, yet I have no leaves, no trunk, and no fruit. What am I?
Hmm. You have no branches.
No, I
No.
have branches.
Okay. You have branches.
Mm-hmm.
No trunk.
Mm-hmm.
No fruit.
No leaves.
No leaves.
Yes.
Hmm. Hmm. Do you all know the answer to this riddle? Because Kalisha just seems super excited for this right now.
Yes, I am. Why should I not be?
I don't know. What is it?
Okay, well, Vakisha, since you are not going to take a whack at it, I'll tell you. It's a place where you deposit your money.
Oh, a bank.
Yes, it's a bank. Think of it. They have branches, but they have no leaves, they have no fruits.
That's so true. Hey, Kalisha, thank you
Yes.
so much for those riddles, though. I like that one. I think I'll thief that one. I'll steal that one and use it sometime. Definitely.
No
I love
problem.
that one. That one was my favorite, actually. That one is my favorite. So, welcome again, you all. Thank you so much for joining in for our Q&A with Kalisha Aaron as we look at GC Squad, as we look at the Listening Oasis. Kalisha, thank you so much. Tell me something. Why is it important for persons to listen on to our live tonight?
All right. So it's very important that persons listen to our lives tonight because many of us, we have, or rather, all of us tend to sometimes at one point in our life go through certain situations or go through certain points in our life where we have feelings that can be too much to deal with, or sometimes we just need someone to listen to us because we have an idea that we want help to work through, or we are dealing with a situation and we just need somebody, we need some form of support. And that is the reason why it is very important that everyone listen to what I will be talking about, or what you and I will be discussing tonight about the Listening Oasis Wellness Space.
Yeah, you said something in terms of, and it touched the emotional side of things, right? But yet,
Mm-hmm.
still, the truth be told, persons, they rather deal with all these emotional complexities on their own. Why don't you think they don't like to ask for help though? Why persons just like to deal with all these things on their own? Why is it so hard?
Okay, so you see, Vakisha, a lot of persons have developed trust issues, as you would call it, because of unpleasant situations. So one is like trying to confide in someone or confiding in someone, and the person break your trust. That's one. Two, people go and that is even branching when you visit health professionals or helping professionals. They, and I know in Trinidad there's a stigma, a very big stigma towards going to speak to a counselor, going to speak to a therapist, because it's
Yeah,
like, oh,
coach, counselor,
they they're
coach,
gonna talk my
therapist.
business, they're gonna talk my business to someone, and things like that. But it's about trust. It's really about trust, because people feel like, I can't trust you. But guess what? No man is an island. And although we sometimes feel like, I can deal with this on my own, there might be some point in our life where we really just need someone to help us work through whatever it is that we are dealing with.
Yeah, and that is so true. And as you say that someone could either be a mentor, a coach, or a counselor. But when we look at the counselors and the coaches, when we look at GC score called the professionals for the Listening Oasis coaches. And what exactly is the Listening Oasis?
So the Oasis Wellness Space. Wait, do you want me to talk about just who so everyone can know who we are?
Yes.
Okay. So GC Squad is an acronym. It stands for the Global Center for Systemic Change, Outcome Research, Evaluation, and Development. And this organization exists to teach all individuals ways to effectively relate to self, others, and situations so they can live transformed lives in safer communities. So it's all about helping persons to develop and maintain healthy relationships, because we thrive on relationships. As individuals, we are social beings, and when we are able to have that form of healthy connection with individuals, then we live transformed lives and our communities are much safer. So that's
Yeah.
what GC Squad is. I mean,
And
there is so much of a GC Squad, because our mission statement is to renew your mind, transform life, and create safer communities. So that's all what we are about.
okay, so GC scored, right, is that parent organization.
Um, yes, it
Yeah.
is.
So GC score is like a
Yes.
bank with many branches, no leaves, no fruits.
It is a it is sorry, I am recovering from this from a slight flu I have. It is a branch, it is a bank with many branches, you're correct. But I believe all these branches, we do have a lot of leaves on them. Because, like, for example, the Listening Oasis Wellness Space, I would call the wellness champions that are there our leaves, because they are on our branches.
Nice, nice. I love that. Right? Listening Oasis Wellness Space. Tell me about
Yes.
that. Tell us
So the
about
list
that.
Good. So the Listening Oasis Wellness Space is a social emotional wellness support program that educates, equips, and empowers individuals from all walks of life and all stages of life to become conscious problem solvers and their own life coaches. Now, the reason why we say you want you to become a conscious problem solver and your own life coach is because at the end of it, we expect you to be equipped, to be empowered, to be educated so much that you can now utilize whatever technique, which is the rumor time technique, the rumor time process, which we'll talk about a little later.
Yeah.
The rumor time process, you will be able to use that to help you to deal with your problems. We talk about conscious because many times we actually live in the unconscious.
Mm,
So you ask someone, why did you do what you did? And they're like,
right.
no. And the students I have been working with, doing volunteer at the Arthur Waldron SDA Academy, whenever they tell me, Miss, I don't know, I tend to tell them behind every I don't know, there is a no. Just pause, take some time to think it through. Because truth is, there is a no behind that I don't know. There is a reason behind doing things, but we will not be able to identify it because we are in the unconscious, literally operating in unconsciousness.
Yeah, yeah. So the whole program in terms of the Listening Oasis Wellness Space,
Mhm.
that support program is really geared towards bringing persons from that state of unconscious into a conscious awareness. Yeah. And you mentioned the word coach. And I really want to take this time for us to go through, the one or two myths some people may have about coaches. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, when we look at coaching, they may ask, isn't coaching just for people who have problems? You know? Um, hmm. And I would say no. Coaching helps the good and the best to even get better. So,
That's true.
coaching, yeah, and coaching is not just for those who may say, well, hey, nothing is, nothing is going on with me. Or somebody may say, well, coaches is just for those who are not doing well and they need help or want to complete a particular goal or aim or something. But no, coaches are for persons who also think that they're good and they don't need anything else,
That's true.
right? A lot of persons, and I'm talking to the ladies here, I'm talking to the men who often find themselves in their alone time and
Mm-hmm.
who may say,
Mm-hmm.
where are my friends? I mean, I know all these persons. Where are my friends? Who do I call when I'm not feeling good? Who do I call to share this exciting news? Who do I call when I really have bad news and I just don't know how to feel about it and I just need to share? Who do I call just to listen? You know? And these are some of the things that we deal with within the Lowe's program, the Listening Oasis Wellness Space.
Yes.
So it really provides you with the coaches that will just be there to listen, to help you, as you said before, move from that place of unconscious to conscious. So to dispel that myth, coaching helps the good and the best even get better. So don't think coaching is not for you. Yeah. Anything you want to say on that, Kalisha?
Yeah.
That myth?
I just want you to add because coaching helps to help to guide you. It's like walk you through whatever
Yes.
it is that you need to deal with. So I like to use that analogy. I tend to tell my rumorises, and we refer to rumorises as the clients that come to us. We use a whole lot of different language. We do not use the stigmatizing language. We want to break down that barrier. And I guess we could also talk about the difference between what we do and counseling and therapy. So the
Yeah.
coaches will guide you through. I'd love to use the analogy like think of you have a table and you have so many different things on that table. But everything you need is on that table. But you just need somebody to help you or to guide you to where to start, how to shift things around. You
Yeah.
have whatever it is that you need with you. You are already equipped with that. You just need somebody to give you that guidance, and this is exactly what we do as wellness coaches or wellness champions. So these wellness champions, they are coaches. This is exactly what our wellness champions at Lowe's actually do for you.
That's what they will do. Yeah. I love how you said that guide because coaching is actually a guide on the side,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, they guide you. And when you look at, and that's one of the differences between a mentor or a counselor or a coach. A coach
Mm-hmm.
walks with you. Yeah. A mentor
Yes.
is like a sage on the stage, right? And a mentor could be a friend or anything like that. But what
Yeah.
makes a senior wellness coach? Because that's what we hear. We want to say welcome again to all those that are coming in, right? What we're doing is really bringing awareness. And Kalisha being the director of programs of GC Score and also the program coordinator of the Listening Oasis Wellness Space, we're really bringing that awareness to what the program is all about, right? Tell me, Kalisha, what makes the senior wellness coach or the wellness coaches of the Listening Oasis Wellness Space any different to any other coach?
Um, the wellness champions at the Listening Oasis Wellness Space is different from any other coach because you are trained in the rumor time process.
Mm-hmm.
And the rumor time process is a 5-step problem solving technique that help you to move from a state of unconscious to conscious to help you to bring that balance. Now, what does rumor time stands for? Recognize, understand, manage, express, and reflect. That's rumor on your time, which is your thoughts, your interactions, which has to do with your behavior, your mindsets, which has to do with your beliefs, and your emotions, the way you feel. So
Right.
our wellness champions are trained. They go
Yeah.
through the same process that the rumorizer will go through. We make them go through. They are rumorized. They get to know about the benefits that they can obtain from the rumor time process. So they can see the benefit for themselves and they can go out there now and they can provide that coaching to individuals.
Yeah. And it's so good that you mentioned that because I remember what it does as well, being a trained senior wellness coach as well, it causes you and it allows you to use these techniques also on yourself.
True.
Yeah. And that brings me to also the material that you get when you come into the Lowe's program, when you access the service. What's the cost of the service, Kalisha?
Vacation, there's no cost to the service. It's 100% free. Like
Free.
it's like free and confidential. So you get to speak with a wellness champion one on one. We You can access our services, so you can go to our website. Vacation put it up on the screen.
I'll put
That's
that definitely.
www.listeningoasis listeningoasiswellness.com. And on there we have a chat feature, which is Jibo Chat, where you meet with a wellness champion one on one, or you get to speak to them. Some persons reach out to us via our same website, reach out, and then we get to connect with you via email, and from there, since I am the one who does the assigning of individuals, I connect you to a wellness champion, and you can do that via Zoom. We provide the links for you to have that confidential free space via Zoom. Those in the US can also get access our services via the toll-free number. And for those in the Caribbean, I know some persons were really wondering, how can I just call in? We have a WhatsApp number, and it's right there on the screen. 1574. Sorry, Bakisha.
That's okay. And you were just talking about, let me just call out that WhatsApp number 1574 514 5506. Right. And you can also send an email at listeningoasis@gcscore.org. But hey, I want to encourage you to visit the website at www.listeningoasiswellness.com. There you can see a range of other services, the information. You can chat with someone live as well, right? And it's really an opportunity of a lifetime. This is not something that we try to sell. This is something free out of the goodness of the heart of the creators, Dr. Yvonne Laria and her team. And after we would have undergone intensive training, this is the service that we want to provide to you as professionals. Like, hey, we know it's okay not to be okay. And in
That's
the
true.
event of not being okay, you have an avenue. Someone who is not in Trinidad, if you're worrying about your privacy and confidentiality, you have a range of persons to choose from, and that you can just have that one-on-one with your coach.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bakisha, I'm back. Something tickled my throat, but I'm back.
Welcome. Good. So we spoke about the Listening Oasis Wellness Space. We spoke about what the technique that they use, the Roma time process. Could you tell me what is really the age group of the clientele that you would receive in the Listening Oasis Wellness Space?
Well, as long as you can talk and yeah, as long as you can talk and you can reason, then you can access our services. So
Yeah,
I know right now we have individuals as young as 4 years. We say 6 to 106. However, I know we have individuals who are as young as 4 years, as I said, accessing our services. We have wellness champions speaking with children as young as 4 years.
Yeah. So parents can even use this opportunity for their children.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah. I just want to sideline as we're talking about children, there is also a program for kids, right? Summer camps, etc. Stuff like that, right? So they could come
Yes.
on board at Squad and access those programs as well.
Mm-hmm. We have the
Yeah.
Rumor Time Family Summer Camp, which is gonna take place from July 11th to July 26th. Yes. And it's a summer camp. It's gonna run from 10 in the morning to about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And there we will be teaching the children developing social emotional skills. And we're not just dealing with the siblings, but we are also dealing with the sowers, which are the parents and the guardians, because it's a family camp. We can't deal with the children and neglect or forget about the parents and the guardians. So it's a holistic program geared for the entire family. This program come with a small cost, whichever con you in, it will be $6 in your currency. So if you are in Dominica, it will be 60 EC. If you are in the US, it will be 60 US. If you are in Trinidad, it will be 60 TT. If you are wherever else you are, it will be $60 in your currency to get that.
Yeah.
To sign up to be part of the family summer camp this July.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was the side note. Okay. So again, we go back to the Listening Oasis Wellness Space as we bring an awareness to that program. What can persons expect in a
Mhm.
session? What is typical of a session?
Are you there, Vakisha?
Yes, are you hearing me? I think I had a little delay.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay,
Go
I was
ahead.
asking you, what can we expect in a typical session?
Okay, what can you expect in a typical session? So, expect in terms of like, what do you do in the session?
Yes, like, okay, so I'm a new client, or I'm a rumorizer, and you are my
Mm-hmm.
coach. What can I expect
Mm-hmm.
in that session?
Okay, so the first thing that normally happens in the session is we'll let you know about the informed consent. I mean, that will be sent before, but we will discuss because we
Right.
it's a professional space, and we'll do let you know what it is that you signing up for. So from there, we actually utilize an eco dice game, which is a multimodal assessment, which is different from an intake in with like what counselors use with their clients. So this
Right.
multimodal assessment game, it's a simple um game that you play with the Rumorizy to get them to share in a non-threatening environment, think for themselves, their family, home, school, their community, their environment. And from there, as you work continue through the sessions, we always encourage our Rumorizers to tell their story. Everyone has a story. All our experiences in life is a story. Every experience is a story. So your experience at school, you may have multiple stories within that one story. Your experience at home, you will have multiple stories from being at home. So we get our Rumorizes to tell their story. We utilize worksheet with our Rumorizes. So we have the Garden of Life assessment, which is where we look at your social emotional skills in your life. So we can be aware of which skills you may be higher in. And when I talk about higher, about social emotion. We're talking about self-awareness. We're talking about social awareness. We're speaking about self-management. That's three S's. We're also speaking about responsible decision making and relationship management. So yes, and ours.
Yeah.
We also have our guided activity journal, which is where we get individuals to, there are questions in the guided activity journal that get the person to even practice the rumor time process on their own as they work through whatever story. Or the materials we use, we have things like bingo, which help you to work through your different emotions. We have so many different activities, but we, as I mentioned earlier on, we are breaking down the stigma of reaching out for help. We are letting
Mm-hmm.
individuals know it's you are receiving social emotional wellness support. Because every time
Yeah.
you hear somebody think of, oh, therapy, I'm not going to go to therapy, but no, it's not therapy, it's support.
Yeah.
We have our
Yeah.
coaches there, we have champions there to support you.
Yeah. And even persons would say, I don't need to see a shrink. From the time they hear mental wellness, and any time they hear that word mental, they automatically label it,
Mhm.
well, hey, nothing is wrong with me. I don't need that service. Right? And that is why we're
But
having this Q&A. So if there are any concerns or questions, you are free to ask your questions even now. Go ahead, Kalisha.
Vakisha was just saying that many times we think, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. It doesn't have to be there is something wrong with me for me to receive support, because we have individuals reaching out to us, who is just probably a little bit confused about a major life decision, and they just need somebody to help them, listen to them, work through that that point in their life. So yes, persons reach out to us because they are anxious. Persons reach out to us because they are feeling depressed. Persons reach out to us because they are frustrated and all of these other emotions. But we also have individuals who are reaching out to us not because they have anything going wrong in their life, but they just need somebody to guide them, to support them as they make certain decisions.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And with that in mind, the truth is you may not need more than one session. You may just see a coach for that single session, and that is
Mhm.
fine. That is okay. And I still want to stress that it is private and confidential.
Yes.
Okay? So if you're going through any chaos, suffering, death, um, whatever it is, whatever emotions, panic, if you're scared, if you're worried, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel lonely. And these are some of the feelings that we definitely see being experienced here in the
Yep.
face of the pandemic. A lot of persons are home from their jobs. They're in the same space with family members they never
Mhm.
used to spend so much time with before.
Mhm.
So you see all these emotions coming out with your children, parents, your children are sending you crazy, right? Husband and wives, your spouse is getting on your nerves. You within yourself, you might be there with all these different thoughts, feelings of loneliness. This is a place for you.
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah. Um, Thanks so much for that, Kalisha. What are some of the other things that we could look out for from GC Squad? And that is the organization.
Um, well, you see, GC Squad also have Access Rumor Time Conversations, which is a podcast where where we talk about different health, different mental health topics. And
Yeah.
we also have JGET, which is our Journal of Engagement and Transformation. And people or professionals or average persons who do their research, and they would like to share their research, share what it is that they research on, and they write articles. We have JGET, which is where we publish different articles, we and small manuscripts and different things like that. We also have our Institute for Social Emotional Education, which is IC, and we have different courses being offered for individuals. So we have our CIFA training, which is social emotional first aid, and this is one of the training that we get all our wellness champions to go through.
Yes.
And we also have the DI, um, which is gonna be open just now, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. And if you realize, we all about, and I like to say that it's all about destigmatizing and demystifying all of these barriers and all of
Yeah.
this stigma of mental
Yeah.
health, because we want persons to be able to access. We want it to be accessible to individuals, so they can reach out, they can speak, they can feel like I have someone there in my boat. And the Listening Oasis Wellness Space came about just last year, when in the prime of COVID. It initially started just as a space to get persons to call in, because they're dealing with all of these different emotions as a result of the lockdown, as a result of isolation. And then we realized, okay, this is so much more, because individuals are dealing with different things in their life, and they just
Yeah.
need someone to listen.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. So we see the organization going forward. But while you're talking, one word came to mind, and that was multicultural.
Yes.
Yes. Like it's definitely shining out. It is. What you want to say on that? What you
Sure.
want to say on
Um, you are so right about multicultural, right? Because this brings me to share with everyone listening that we are a multicultural organization. Vakisha is a wellness coach. Vakisha is from Trinidad. I am a wellness champion. I am from Dominica. Our organization is an international organization based in the US, South Bend, Indiana. Our founder, which is Dr. Laurier, Yvonne Laurier, he's Grenadian by birth, grew up in St. Vincent, went to Trinidad. She grew up in
and in
Trinidad as
Trinidad?
well. And then
Yeah.
we have wellness champions from all over, like literally all over. Antigua, Dominica, Trinidad. We have in the US. We have individuals all the way
Canada.
somewhere in Canada. We have or somewhere in the southeast area, Germany. And we also have rumor rises accessing our services from all over the Caribbean, St. Vincent, Grenada, Trinidad, Dominica,
Yeah.
just name it, like literally just name it.
Yes. And we also have clients internationally. We have clients in the Philippines.
Yes,
We have
yes,
clients from yeah, the Middle Eastern countries, from Africa. It goes
yes,
all over. And what
yes,
we're saying is, don't let this pass you by. Don't let this opportunity to gain the help, the free help, pass you by. Okay, the technique that are being used, the techniques that are used within the programs,
mhm,
it's research based, evidence based, and it sure will give you results. And as I'm saying that, I'm thinking of some of the clients I would have worked with. And to hear after our session, like, oh my goodness, please don't go. I want to keep on talking to you forever, you know? because it goes on that mutual trust, and that is another coaching myth
Mm-hmm.
that we want to break. You know, some people might ask, but isn't it risky to open up and talk frank to a coach or to somebody I do not know? But hey, the nature of the coaching relationship is characterized by mutual trust, mutual
Yes.
respect, and
Yes.
freedom of expression. There is
Mm-hmm.
no need to hide anything. You could come to a coach and talk about anything, whether you're struggling with something at home, whether you're struggling with sexuality, whether you're struggling with finances, whatever it is, you can share that with your coach.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
So, Kalisha, it looking like we rounded up. But
Yes.
are there any takeaways? Anything you really wanted to highlight from this Listening Oasis Wellness Space support program?
What I want to highlight is I want to share that you are not alone. And I know I mentioned it earlier on, but every man, no man is an island. And we sometimes need that listening ear because life itself can be very challenging and there is so much going on in life. And as air is to life, so are social emotional skills to relationship, as Dr. Laria would put it. We all need social emotional skills to navigate in life. So that's just what I want to leave. I just that's a takeaway that I want to leave with everyone. Laws is there, it's free, it's confidential, and we want you to know that it is not therapy, not counseling, it's social emotional wellness support that you can receive from a well-trained and equipped wellness champion who will help you and utilize the rheumatoid to
Yeah,
recognize, understand, manage, express, and reflect on all of these thoughts, your interactions, your mindsets, and emotions.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, those that are with us now and those that will rewatch this live, we want to tell you thank you. As Kalisha mentioned, what Lowe's is all about. You heard the long discussion, you heard everything, and it's up to you now, to really take that step towards your holistic being, towards your wellness, towards your holistic health, right? It is a free and confidential service for anyone who find themselves, their loved ones, their
Yes,
colleagues, classmates, friends, acquaintances, or neighbors worried about
yes,
life challenges that may create distress within yourself or in your relationships. So don't just keep it to yourself. Share it. Share this good thing. Okay? Because sharing is caring. I remember
yes,
I did a presentation, a research presentation in India some time back, and I think I shared that with you. And I shared the Listening Oasis Wellness Space, and they were so happy. And I'm sure we got some persons from India because their system, they don't have that type of service, and to know that persons care about them, to listen to their concerns. I mean,
mm-hmm.
it's priceless. And a lot of times we don't know what we have until we lose it,
That's true.
right? And we want to let you know, don't lose it, use it. Okay? So, Kalisha, Miss Kalisha Aaron,
Kalisha.
our
Yes.
Director of Programs of GC Squad, and our lovely program coordinator for the Listening Oasis Wellness Space. I just want to say thank you so much, for joining me for this Q&A as we look at the Listening Oasis Wellness Space. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your knowledge. I just want to remind everyone you can access the Listening Oasis Wellness Space at www.listeningoasiswellness.com. You know how to find us. Kalisha Aaron, Facebook, also at Kyle's Inspiration, also at GC Squad, and Vikisha G Coaching, Vikisha Graham Facebook. So we are here. You know us. Share it, like, share, and get in the know. So have a good night, all, and thank you
And
so
thank you
much
so
for tuning
very
in.
much, Kalisha.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much for being here and making this more of a conversation versus having to be a presentation.
Girl, it's always better when we have friends, right?
That's true.
Always better. So, hey, don't be a stranger, you all. Good night, everyone. Kalisha, thank you so much again. I'm Vikisha.
Night,
That's
everyone.
and Kalisha is there, and we say good night to you.
Kalisha. Yes. Night, everyone.